Today on our Spotlight segment, I have a chat with one of the faces behind most of the popular music videos in Afrobeat mainstream at the moment. Video director, cinematographer, and film director Praise Onyagwalam, better known as Director Pink. I caught up with her just before her facilitated masterclass tailored towards young musical artists building a better brand through content creation. Before eventually sitting in her very insightful class, we have a chat about some of her biggest directorial projects, her experience as a woman in the Nigerian creative space, and lots more.
Hi everyone, my name is Director Pink and I am a cinematographer, filmmaker and editor, and I am on the Spotlight segment of the entertainment news for Channels TV with Ewolua. So when I got the invitation that you would be here having a master class, I was curious to know what you would be telling these young girls who are musical artists and they're looking to get into a creative space. But before I get into what you'll be talking about at this master class, I want to know, when did this all start for you? When did you know that you wanted to become a director, Pink? So when it comes to music videos, I think professionally it started 2020, but unprofessionally I started when I was 16 actually. So I was doing like what's it called? I was making videos for my church and stuff. But professionally it was 2020. Yeah, I shot like my very first music video like beginning of 2020. I feel like I'd have even gone farther than this because when I started getting like more jobs, but like the whole COVID thing, there was this like pause. But you know, sometimes God just has a way of coming through for you. And fast forward to like immediately after the COVID period, like towards the end, that's when like I had like my major first video, which was like with Chike and Mayoko running If You Know Love. Yeah.
So tell us about this master's class that's happening later on. I will be here, of course, for every bit of it because I'm actually interested in learning one or two things from your class today. So what will it be centered on? What would you be talking about?
Okay, so this masterclass is, when I got the invitation, it was very quite interesting because I got like a list of topics to, you know, just pick from. And what caught my attention was the content creation skills, which is something that most artists actually do not really value because they feel like they just have to like just put their songs out there and probably just maybe do some promotions and I don't know, it just blows out from nowhere. Yeah, they don't really think about the work they actually have to put in as the artist. So that's what we're talking about here, content creation skills.
So let's talk about your projects. You said earlier that your first project was with Chike, and that was big. But what would you say is your biggest project till date? I mean, because you've worked with the likes of Olamide, Wizkid. I mean, the list is long. But which project would you say is your biggest project yet?
I feel like my biggest project is my next project.
I'm not saying that's going to be like your biggest project ever. I'm just saying right now, who knows? The next one can be bigger. It will be bigger. That's the hope. But like, what's your biggest project yet?
Let me see. Can't really need to wrap my head around this. I don't have. It is always my next. It's just how I've just positioned my mind. I'm so sorry. I'm just always, and it works true for me. Like it always works out for me. Like every time I have like the new project, it's always like something better, right? So I think that's just like progress. So whenever they ask like, "What's your big?" I don't like being stuck in the past. I don't like being stuck in my past videos. I just like to move forward. So it's always my next project. I'm sorry. So just keep looking forward to the next ones.
What would you say is your most challenging project yet that you've ever worked on as a music video director?
Well, let me see. I think actually it was the Banj one. It was kind of like challenging because there was already a Coco video already, which was like in 2004, and I was like 5 years old or something. There was formerly like Tongolo here. There was formerly like a Tongolo song, which was like, so Coco is like the recent version of the song and stuff. So it was kind of really challenging to just really do something to really announce, give the band to that whole persona as a performer, which was what I actually found quite challenging. But I mean, it's my work at the end of the day. I always just have to, do the best that I can, literally. And yeah, I'll say that's it.
This is what we're doing. So after this part now, you keep performing. Then guys, remember what we said? 1, 2, let's go. And
Why is that?
no, we're adding it.
So what is your experience like working in the entertainment space in Nigeria?
I think it's very, saying experience is very broad. Are you talking about the good experiences? Are you talking about the bad experiences?
I mean, we can talk about both, you know, being a woman working in the entertainment space and also being a Nigerian. Those are two peculiar situations.
Okay, so working as a director is one thing, but working as a female director is another thing, because at the beginning it was more like, you know, being almost taken for granted, but not taken for granted, right? Because I mean, I like the fact that the whole mentality is changing, but it's not really about changing people's mentality. It's also, you know, about you being a lady actually putting in the work, because you can't just say, oh, I'm a lady, they're not just allowing me to work when there is nothing to show for it. Yeah, so I mean, that's one thing. So far so good. It has been amazing. It has been amazing working with a lot of artists, because I get to meet people and their personalities. Some are crazy like Timaya, some are calm, some are cool and collected like Risky and the rest. Yeah, so I mean, and you also get to like really know these people apart from being on the social media. You know that, okay, they actually have this, you know, personal, you get closer to them and you kind of know them personally, and like, oh, this is actually, you know, what these people portray them as, you know, and then you begin to know that, oh, social media is actually a crazy place. It's just a whole lot, really. But yeah, those are like the experiences. But other experiences so far, being on actual set, is, you know, the fact that, you know, you get to meet a lot of people, really, and also work with different people. Like, you need to learn how to start talking. You need to learn people's psychology, you know, how to talk to people so that they don't get angry, because at the end of the day, I'm not a man, obviously, so I cannot really shout at this person because the person is not doing the right thing. So I need to know how to talk to him with my femininity. But yeah, those are like some of the experiences. But so far so good. We thank God. It has been amazing. I can't wait to do more and more exploits.
This is my final question before we head to your master's class. So what would you say is your biggest inspiration, and what do you have to say to young you know, ladies out there who want to do just what you're doing right now and they might be watching? What do you have to say to them?
Okay, my major inspiration. So I would want to say I get inspired by other, you know, people killing it, other women killing it out there. There are lots. If I want to start mentioning their names, it would be like a really long list. So they all inspire me, and I feel like I'm also inspired by myself as well, because the more I see what I want to do, the more I want to do more. And if I want to give an advice to like young people out there who are trying to, like, you know, find your feet, find things to do in this economy that is not even letting us grow, at the end of the day, I would say just keep being consistent. We're talking about content creation skills right here. The internet is now very amazing to the fact that you can be discovered even without having that very big person, you know, posting you or whatever. There's TikTok. You can actually blow yourself. So I would say be consistent and do what you're doing. Just keep putting out your word out there. Definitely someone will find you.
Thank you so much for being here. It's been such a pleasure having you for this quick chat, and I'm looking forward to your master's class and to learn one or two things from you.